Welcome back, everyone, to the Karmic Wheel, a monthly tarot forecast. My name is Ingrid. Let's get started. So I'm going to leave a link for the February Karmic Wheel forecast because what we saw develop was indeed something that was going to transform the world forever. And that was the disclosure, or half the disclosure, because we didn't really get all of it, of the Epstein files. A lot of people are saying that this war in the Middle East is a distraction from it. I don't know if it is or it isn't, but what I do know is that we had the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the Hanged Man. We certainly saw many people losing their prestigious positions in companies. We saw a lot of people that were being held to account in Europe as to their dealings with Epstein. We haven't seen it here in the United States, but remember what I said. We had to make the demand for the disclosure. We had to ask for it because the high priestess energy, she tends to sort of hide things, but we had to ask for it. And then we saw that hangman energy of things being turned around, in addition to the fact that we are dealing with the Wheel of Fortune tarot card for the entire year of 2026, which means that what goes up must come down. People's fortunes, that people who were fortunate before are not so fortunate now. The unfortunate will be fortunate, etc. We're going to see this wheel turning, and it's going to be global because the Wheel of Fortune is the dominant archetype for 2026. We also have in the mix, don't forget, we also have in the mix the magician archetype, which tends to be manipulative when we are speaking on the global scale. And we also have the fool, which is the reminder of new beginnings, right? So everything that happens throughout this whole year, every single month, we're going to feel like it's going to be a new beginning, like there's something happening where things are being turned around. All right, so let's move on to the next slide. You can listen to the recap and see exactly how this all played out. But let's move on to the next slide where I'm going to discuss a little bit more about the March Karmic Wheel. So this is our tarot sort of landscape for March of 2026. And we have here the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress energy, and the Death card. What this shows me is that there will be a significant transformation on the earth, meaning with humanity, in a strong, a powerful movement of the people begins in March. And I say that because when we're dealing with this Wheel of Fortune, remember that this is a rotating wheel. It's a significant change. Whether those changes are for better or worse, it's a significant change. And the Wheel of Fortune is about time. And it's about time to prepare and recover from any of the changes that we're going to be experiencing, both on a monthly basis and in this year of 2026. Now, the Empress energy that you see here in the middle, she's the energy that promotes growth, and she signifies abundance. She also signifies plenty, right? So just reading it literally, there's going to be transformation. It's going to be plenty of transformation, and it has to, unfortunately, deal with also death, which is a transformative archetype. Now, the Empress is often seen as Mother Earth, but she's also seen as the matter of Earth, meaning those things that affect our earthly human experience. She is nature, and when we go into the space of war, as we have now with what's going on in the Middle East, her essence is holding something that is unnatural in her body, right? War is like a goddamn cancer, and it's on the surface of the earth. And like anything that is unnatural in our bodies will want to try and fight against that, right? So the Empress energy this month arrives with this unnatural event occurring on her body. And so we can expect some natural I don't want to say disasters, but yeah, something of that nature kind of arising as well. And then we have this death card. And the death card is not only a transformation, but it's a card, an archetype of initiation. It's initiating a great transformation. And we're actually seeing that again already playing out in the Middle East with literal death being occurring right now as I record this on Sunday, March 1st. And whenever we see this literal death, it's a reminder for us, people, humanity, to not attach to things that hunkers us down to this earthly experience, but rather to activate and initiate, right? This is an initiatory card, to initiate that space of love, knowing that our life here on earth is transient. And so death, in a way, reminds us that it's really our responsibility to make sense of our life. And like the Wheel of Fortune, death is this energy of transformation that's going to give us a gift at the end of this all. And that gift is going to be one of values and principles. And so the potential for change in this great month of March is huge because of this combination of the Wheel of Fortune, Mother Earth, Gaia, the Empress energy, and death. Things are no longer in limbo. We've been feeling in limbo certainly for the last 2 months, couple years for sure. But this month, things are not in limbo. What's being activated is that change is inevitable. And whether we like it or not, we've been feeling this change coming. Remember that the Wheel of Fortune is a universal symbol of massive transformation, and it possesses, through time and space actually, it possesses the ability to make us be in the space of gratitude, which is one of the reasons why when people see the Wheel of Fortune, they get really happy, because it triggers that aspect of us to be in the space of gratitude. And it's almost like for this month, the Wheel of Fortune is part of our nature here on earth, as well as death, right? The literal death is part of our human nature as well. So for me, this month, the Empress energy is key, right? Because she's the only one that can revive us with life. She's the only one that can activate the abundance, the prosperity, and the plenty on earth. So, with that said, have a safe month. Please, please, please pray. Send your Reiki energy love to the Middle East, to the world, because we have all been placed in danger because of this war. I'm going to share something really quickly with you. Back in 2020, in 2019, when the Ukraine war broke out, I immediately got on Instagram and I was like, please pray, please pray, please pray, because what I saw was if we did not control the Ukrainian war situation and get peace immediately, things were going to unravel in a very challenging way for humanity. And the two signs that they gave me, meaning they in my dream state, was tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, and submarines. When the TikTok takeover, is what I say, from the United States occurred, I saw that as a sign. It was rearing its head, I think it was last year or maybe it was the year before, where the CEOs of TikToks were brought in to discuss, what are you doing with our data and da 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 da. But I knew that when the US had control of the TikTok platform, that we were just one step closer to that engagement with the submarine. And so TikTok happened, and you saw a lot of people, their ability to speak freely, certainly in America, was immediately curtailed. Again, anyone who spoke ill of a certain particular Middle Eastern country saw their TikTok, I don't know if it's demonetized, but definitely flagged and taken down. A lot of them are now on this platform, but yeah, we saw that in real time here in the United States. And now I fear this submarine, this water situation, we're closer to that. So please, it's not that we don't have the power to change our trajectory. It's that we're lazy and we don't want to engage it. As people in the spiritual community, we do not want to engage it because we have been fed a pack of lies from people that say, oh, keep your eyes off of that because if you pay attention to it, it will manifest and it'll become real. That's a pack of lies. The people that have the power to change this is you. By looking at what's happening and doing something about it. And I'm not saying doing something about it, get your gear on and go out there. I'm saying doing something about it with the spiritual tools that you have and that you possess. All right? You're the one that can change it. So look at what's going on in the news. Make a decision. Okay, I'm going to pray about this. I'm going to meditate on this. I'm going to blast my Reiki light on this. I'm going to do a crystal grid on this issue, right? These are all things that you can do from the comfort of your home. Use your power. Let's avoid the submarine situation. Let's avoid it getting worse, okay? Please. You're so powerful. You have no idea. And with the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, and the Death archetype, trust me, these are quite powerful engagements. And it's a perfect time for us to go inward and really be in the space of gratitude. Are you grateful for being a human being right now? Are you grateful to Mother Earth? Are you grateful for this experience? Are you grateful for it? I am. And I hope you are too, which means that there's something to fight for here on Earth. There really, really is. And what we have to fight for is love and the frequency of love. Because with that, all miraculous experiences come to fruition. And it's gifted to us by that Empress energy, the Earth energy, Mother Gaia. All right, I love you. Stay safe. And yeah, let's see what transpires in March. Talk to you soon. Bye.